If it's online, it's gotta be accurate, right? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 crazy celebrity conspiracy theories. If you like this video, then you'll love the original content over at our sister channel, Ms. Mojo, your source for all things pop culture, celebrity, and entertainment. For this list, we're taking a look at celebrity conspiracy theories that are so ludicrous that they couldn't possibly be true, but have still gained a ton of attention nonetheless. Number 10. John Travolta was replaced with Roy Black. Following hits like Saturday Night Fever and Grease, John Travolta's career took a nosedive with several critical and financial duds until his Oscar-nominated comeback as Vincent Vega in 1994's Pulp Fiction. According to this theory, though, Travolta died in 1991 and was swapped out with German singer Roy Black. Although Black died from heart failure on October 9, 1991, his passing resemblance to Travolta has led some to believe that he faked his death and took the actor's place. Of course, it's unclear how Travolta would have died or why Black replaced him, so it's safe to assume that Travolta is still staying alive. Number 9. Miley Cyrus is a sleeper agent. As Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus played an ordinary schoolgirl who was secretly a pop sensation.
I'm Hannah Montana.
If you think that premise sounds contrived, try this one. Speaking on The Alex Jones Show, Korn singer Jonathan Davis laid down his theory that Miley was a sleeper agent for the Obama administration. Apparently, Obama was using Cyrus and her controversial twerking to manipulate the media, thus distracting the public from America's more pressing issues. Unlikely. But then again, Elvis actually received a Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs badge from President Richard Nixon. So maybe the idea of a special agent Cyrus isn't all that far-fetched. Number 8. Stephen King shot John Lennon. Who killed John Lennon? Well, according to this theory, Stephen King. But it was Presidents Nixon and Ronald Reagan, according to theorist Steve Lightfoot, who gave King the clearance to take the Beatle out. Lightfoot suggests magazines like Time and Newsweek published cryptic messages foreshadowing Lennon's death, and notes King's resemblance to the man the law and history say actually killed John Lennon. Of course, this theory raises far more questions than it could ever answer. What was Stephen King's motive? Why'd the other guy take the fall? And why would the US government enlist an independently wealthy author to assassinate a world-renowned musician?
I can't figure it out. I mean, it's kind of masochistic, but hey, it pays the bills, you know what I'm saying?
It all makes about as much sense as Maximum Overdrive.
Curtis, what is going on?
I don't know!
Number 7. Taylor Swift is a Satanist. As you might have noticed, many of the conspiracies on this list stem from a physical likeness to celebrity Cher. In addition to being a musical artist, Zena Schreck was perhaps best known as the daughter of Anton LaVey, the Church of Satan's founder. Zena was the church's spokesperson for almost 5 years until she stepped down as high priestess in 1990. Singer-songwriter Taylor Swift was born a year earlier in 1989 and would grow up to be a dead ringer for Zena. Is Swift actually an Illuminati clone of Zena? Well, if that were the case, Zena probably would have appeared alongside Swift's other personas in her Look What You Made Me Do music video. Number 6. Pizzagate. First there was Watergate, then there was Nipplegate, and now Pizzagate has taken the web by storm. Gaining traction shortly before the 2016 US presidential election, this conspiracy claimed that Comet Ping Pong, a Washington, D.C. pizzeria, was connected to a child sex trafficking ring. The theory also implicated Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton and other members of her political party. Although these rumors were ultimately debunked, the theory made headlines again almost a year later. This time, Trump supporter Liz Conkin accused John Legend and Chrissy Teigen of being mixed up in the pedophile ring based on a photo of their 1-year-old daughter. Who ordered the fake news story with extra cheese and anchovies?
This is a lie. We all know the only people who are trapped in a pizza place are those robots at Chuck E. Cheese.
Number 5. Keanu Reeves is immortal.
Bill.
The entertainment industry is full of people that don't look their age, or act their age for that matter. Given how much musical artist Lorde accomplished before even turning 21, one theory suggests that she's actually in her 40s.
And we'll never be royal.
An even crazier conspiracy asserts that actor Keanu Reeves is an immortal being. The years have certainly been kind to Reeves, as he's shown little age throughout almost 3 decades in film.
Whoa.
The plot only thickens when you study portraits and pictures of several figures throughout history that look just like Reeves. It's almost as if he has a time machine right out of Bill and Ted. Either that, or Keanu really is the one.
Okie dokie.
Number 4. Michael Jackson's chemical castration. The king of pop was no stranger to conspiracy theories, but this one is by far the craziest and most disturbing. Following Jackson's death, his physician, Conrad Murray, was convicted of involuntary manslaughter. Murray went on to write a tell-all book in which he claimed Jackson was chemically castrated as a child. According to Murray, MJ's testes were intact, but the singer received injections to maintain his higher-pitched voice. This wasn't the first time such an accusation had been made, as Professor Alain Brachereau previously wrote that Jackson had been castrated to combat his acne.
What's the problem?
Number 3. Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
Stevie can see. Stevie can see. It's just an act.
Outside of maybe Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder is arguably the most recognizable blind musician who ever lived. This theory insists that Wonder was never visually impaired and has been faking his disability for decades.
Personally, the piano and the singing, I told you how I feel about singing. I ain't impressed. You want to impress me? Take the wheel for a little while.
Many have supported the conspiracy, including sports journalist Bomani Jones, although the so-called proof is pretty thin. For example, it's been argued that Wonder can't be blind because he attends basketball games. Wonder also once caught a falling mic stand and reportedly strangled Boy George in a playful manner. Just because someone's blind doesn't mean they're completely oblivious of their surroundings, though, so it's kind of hard not to roll one's eyes at these accusations. Number 2. Avril Lavigne died and was replaced. When it comes to death rumors, Avril Lavigne is one celebrity that the internet simply will not leave alone. It's been widely speculated that the singer-songwriter committed suicide back in 2003, and her record company substituted her with Melissa Vandella, who is either a doppelganger or a clone. The web is littered with before and after photos that compare Avril and Melissa. The song Slipped Away also supposedly alludes to Avril's death, particularly the lyric, This conspiracy reportedly originated from a Brazilian fan page and went on to spread like wildfire. It might finally be time to let the theory die, however. Number 1. Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey. Who killed JonBenet Ramsey?
He went to the basement first where, of course, whoa, he finds his daughter's body.
Well, according to some, the 6-year-old beauty pageant queen wasn't murdered at all. Instead, her death was merely a hoax, and she grew up to become pop star Katy Perry. The theory is largely based on the physical similarities between Ramsey and Perry, as well as their parents. Of course, there are several gaping holes in this conspiracy, like how Perry was born almost 6 years before Ramsey, not to mention the complete lack of motive or, a point. Honestly, the whole thing just sounds like a really morbid version of Jem.
I remember how it all began, with the unexpected death of my father.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.